So, Deadman Seasonal number 2, episode 2. Firstly, I apologise of the last episode of the horrific audio. It gave me age editing it. I'm so sorry. But I knew that I probably should have re-recorded it prior to that. I already re-recorded it 3 times. I was like, I can't face saying it all over again. So I just thought if I turn the sound down and tell you to turn the sound down, it should be okay. But when I uploaded it and listened to it, it was just as hazy as I thought it would be. So I'm sorry for that, but I hope that you put up with it anyway. It won't happen again because I'm now using the right mic. Okay, so let's get on with this video. So off the back of my Rune 2H drop I got from Fire Giants that you saw at the end of the first episode, I decided that I should probably start doing some prayer quests because I had too long just sort of burying big bones and it was taking like literally like the longest time in the world. So I was like, okay, let's start doing some prayer quests. I've got to do them anyway because most of them are requirements, but like if I plan to do gloves later on, it's a requirement for that as well. So I thought I'll start doing them because I was just bored of burying bones really. So I did all the prayer quests. It took me to around 37, I think, roughly 36, I can't quite remember. And then I went back to Fire Giants while still getting the bones to use up the money that I had, whilst picking up the bones, and got no drops at all. I then moved on to doing the hours quests. So the requirements were woodcutting, crafting and slayer. So whilst doing the woodcutting, I actually started fire making as well for Desert Treasure, because I knew that I'd need 50 eventually. And also I started doing Slayer past 18, what I had. I mean, you saw a little bit of it in the first episode, but I didn't really talk about it. I actually had dogs as my first Slayer task, and I found a really good safe spot for them. Normally when you safe spot dogs, it's the other side of the cage, and then you either can't pick up the bones or can't pick up the bolts. I found a safe spot in the Muckrubber's Wood where you can safe spot it on a diagonal. So whenever you actually kill it, you just run like 2 steps to where you pick up the bones and the bolts. So at the time when I didn't have an Aether, it was quite handy, but when I had an Aether, I just mainly did it for bones anyway. And it was quite a cool safe spot because it was out of the way of any other dogs, and it was just convenient really. So then after that, I did Ernest the Chicken. I also had to go and get the Holy Symbol and the Polished Buttons. A little cool thing whilst I was trying to get the Polished Buttons, I actually got an easy clue scroll from pickpocketing the handguards. And because I was doing the Avers quest at the same time, I thought, oh, I'll finish this quest and I might do it afterwards. I just sort of see if I get any clue scrolls where I'm going anyway, then I'll do it. So I opened the first one and it said dig in Falador. So there's a part in the Avers quest where you go from Draenor Manor into sort of Tavley, north of Tavley up to Berthorpe. So I thought, oh, I'll pass Valley anyway, so I'll do my clue there. So I dug at Valley, and the next one said go to Berthorpe. So I was like, oh, I'm going there anyway, brilliant. That just fits perfectly into my schedule. I can do it right now. So I went up to Berthorpe. My clue was about 10 seconds up the road from where I should have gone to speak to Tyrael for the next part of the quest. And then I got there, and it's the next part of the clue was to go to Draenor Manor, which was where I had to go anyway, once again to go and talk to Aether. So it's quite a cool little series of events there. It more or less followed the quest structure, so that was quite funny. And then after that I had to go to Varrock, which I probably had to do anyway, because I had to go back to Varrock to sell some stuff for the GE. So I used my Chronicle to get there. I then finished Animal Magnetism, which was really good because I had my Aether's accumulator. I then went on to Green Dragons. I think that was the end of day 3 there, and I thought on the start of day 4, or maybe end of day 2, I don't even know. So it was some sort of day anyway, and I thought the next day in the morning I'm going to go to Green Dragons because it's going to be nice and empty. I got up there, literally the second that I got up there, I got hit by a PK. I was like, oh my god, no! I just spent ages doing this and do not want to die now. Luckily, I escaped quite easily, and then I went back and literally like in Green Dragon's mid spot. So Green Dragon is just at sort of central graves in level 20 wild. On the west side, you get hit by PKs literally about every other kill. And then I thought, oh, I got to find a better spot than this. I'm going to be here for ages if I carry on doing this. So I went about 20 steps east into the trees and did 2 successful whole trips without getting hit by a single PK. Whether that was coincidence or just they couldn't be bothered to look 20 steps to the east, I don't really know. But I'm pretty sure that it was probably the best spot to go to. So if you are doing green dragons, definitely consider that spot. If you are a PK, then you didn't hear that. So after this, I then ended up with about 90k cash, which I used to upgrade my gear and upgrade a few other things that I had. Just sort of buy general supplies really, so that was quite handy. Whilst at Green Dragons, I then finished off my 45 prayer and then moved on to getting 60 attack to do the Lost City. And after Lost City, I then went on to go and get a Dragon Dagger for my 30k. To get my 30k, I alped some dagger things that you get at the end of the quest from just something. It's on the screen anyway. Basically, they out for 180 GP, and you make you don't make profit at all, but you lose a little bit on the nats. It's probably about the same as buying maples, but I only had to do a few of them, so I thought I'd be okay. And then after this, I went to go and get 65 attack, 65 strength, so I can start getting defenders. So I finished that off at rock crabs, and I left my defense where it was, but I will get it up eventually. And then after this, I did the Mage Cape. I actually almost died when I was doing the Mage Cape. I had my scout at Mage Bank, and they killed my scout just as I was about to kill the last boss. I was like, if I killed that boss, I was dead. So I then had to bring another scout up and rescout it. And yeah, I finished that okay. And then I moved on to getting defenders. I'll skip into some live commentary now.
So this is getting beyond a joke. Let me show you what has happened. So firstly, I've made around 400k from alcohols, and I still haven't got my Dragon Defender. I've upgraded all my gear to this. That's how much money I've gained. To give you an idea of how long I've been here, these are all from the hours. I have no idea how long it takes you to get each one, but every single one of these steel arrows is from the hours. I've gone from 65 to 70 attack, 65 to 71 strength, 40 to 70 defense. It's 30 levels. 45 to 51 prayer, almost 52, and 59 mage to 64 mage, just off alks, and from like 66 HP to 71. Or no, probably even more than that actually. But it's roughly 10 hours from where I am, and I'm about 4 hours dry at Dragon Defender. 4 hours dry at Dragon Defender. So this is what happens, right? You go in, you attack it, use some prayer flicks, get some specs off. Yeah, happy days. And then when it gets to half HP, I missed that one, I'm sick. When it gets to half HP, because I can't kill it that fast, I have to go out. I have to come in, finish off the kill, go out again, kill another one half HP, and just repeat over and over and over. I missed that one, sick. And it's just getting soul destroying. I'm going to have to end this video because I haven't actually got a Dragon Defender yet, and I want to release one today. So hopefully by the start of the next video I would have a Dragon Defender. 1 like equals Dragon Defender. Bubble Thump. Thanks for watching. See you soon.